Today's video is going to be a little bit weird. Well, it has to be a little bit weird because I've completely ripped apart the studio in order to start this project. So I'm putting together a Scattis, IKEA Scattis pegboard to put all my gear and stuff on, kind of get the office a little organized. And so what you'll see over here, that, my friends, is not a real window. It's just a window that looks into the other side of the other office because there's the real estate office on that side. And yeah, so I'm going to cover that window with this Scattis board. And so right down here is the piece of plywood that I'm putting it on. And of course, I painted it Winchester gray. So if I do decide to put LED lights in there, the LED lights will then sort of take over and, reflect off of this board. Anyway, that's not the point of the video today. The point of the video today is something quite amazing. So about halfway through the project, my niece calls me up and she's like, "Uncle, do you have CapCut Pro?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And she's like, "Oh, well, can I use it? Because I need to finish this video and I want to do some stuff and I think I have to have Pro." And I was like, "Do you know how to use CapCut?" And she's like, "Not really." But, she just knows that's what the kids are into these days. So this is about, I want to say 12 o'clock, maybe this afternoon. And about 7 o'clock, she shows me her video. It is a freaking masterpiece. If it wasn't a school project, I swear to you, I would show it to you, but it is a freaking masterpiece. She has the voiceover, which she recorded herself. She did it in like 3 takes. She has the captions, which is like perfectly laid out. She has all the cuts in the right places, all the B-roll in the right places. And I was like, "You sure it's your first time using CapCut?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it just dawned on me. I know why kids can do stuff like that. And then people love these crazy excuses because they've heard everybody else make these excuses. People like to put the excuse up on where they grew up with it. Well, no, she didn't. Because I know her mom, and her mom wouldn't let her play with it like that. The concept to a kid that I don't know how to do this, so I'm not going to do it, is completely lost on them. They're still in that curious, adventuresome, let's just get it done mode. Our programming, our previous baggage, whether it be from parents or friends or effed up relationships or that one teacher who's an absolute jerk, this old boss who's an absolute jerk, whoever in your life told you that you couldn't do something and you freaking believe them is the reason why you struggle with creating right now. It's not because you don't have the capability. It's not because you lack the curiosity. It's not because you lack the want, the desire, the motivation, or all the other things that you search for on YouTube on how to solve. It's because somebody stole your curiosity and somebody stole your ability to try something and be willing to look foolish. And Steve Jobs, old boss, used to always say, stay foolish, stay hungry. And that's the reason why he would attack problems that everybody else would say is crazy. Because he hadn't lost that desire to do something foolish that might possibly work. You look at all of the best products that we love today, all of the things that we use on a daily basis like this, everybody in the industry, the whole valley was like, "Bro, that's foolish. That's really stupid." And now one of the most dominating forces in tech. So I guess the thought to me was, when I'm looking at this masterpiece of a video that she did, and this is literally her first crack, is she doesn't know that she doesn't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is what kids do. This is why babies will try to do stuff and we often got to catch them and stop them from doing something dangerous. Why little kids even pets at some point, we have to stop them from trying to do stuff that might not be helpful for them because they don't know that they don't know how to do it. And the opposite side of that coin is we can often take that too far. Other people can tell us what our capabilities are and we listen to them and we no longer strive to try to be bigger than their limitations. Does that make sense? Like it literally, as I'm driving back, from my niece's house just now, it just took over my mind. It was all up in my brain as to how people get stuck. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes you have to re-explore the things that you say you hate. Sometimes you have to re-explore the things that you don't think that you can do. Even related right now, I'm on this weight loss journey. This is probably the 50th time, but right now I'm sticking with it and I'm making it work. The different trigger, if we're looking at a BJ Floyd model, was this time it was like, well, if you don't do it right this time, bro, you're gonna die. So yeah, maybe that's a little bit different from doing it for the vanity or doing it all for the nookie, as Limp Bizkit would say. But yeah, how crazy is that? How crazy is it that if we really dig deep, and this is why journaling is important. This is why taking time to record self-soliloquies to yourself. This is where meditation comes from, or if you want to call it prayer, whatever you call it, this is where this comes from. It comes from digging inside a little bit deeper and finding out who was it that set that limiting belief in your head. And then if you can figure it out, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it or throw it away or flush it down the toilet. One of the things that I did with mine when I was going through this process many, many years ago, when I got into this sort of mindset situation that I'm in now, was I was taught to take that voice and turn it into like Lisa Simpson or Maggie Simpson or some sort of cartoon, because you can't take it serious if it's in like Pinky in the Brain or something, whatever floats your boat. Sometimes you have to take that and work it in a way that it's not so powerful in your head. And you ever notice, and again, I want you to hear this clearly, if you ever notice, whenever you self-doubt yourself, if you can take a moment and focus on that voice, it's never your voice. It's somebody else's voice telling you what you can't do, why you're not pretty enough, or why you're not, good looking enough, or skinny enough, or smart enough, or I'm starting to sound like Mick Jagger. I'm not too blind to see. That beast of burden thing that's going through your head, right? If you got the Mick Jagger reference, it's never your own voice. It's somebody else's voice. That person is the person that is normally loving you and trying to protect you. Sometimes they're, controlling and abusive, but, they were, for whatever reason, whether it's either or, neither one of those values work for you. So you got to let them go. So again, write it down, burn it, pray it out, do whatever you got to do to get rid of it, because there's a light that shines in you and it's in there. Don't let somebody else snuff that out for you today. So I got to keep this short because I got to put this back together, because tomorrow's a work day and I got like 87 meetings and my office is trashed. Absolutely trashed. Well, you know what the rule is around here on this channel. I don't know who need to hear this, but if it was you, let me know down in the comment section below. And sorry for the lack of edits. This is going to get an end card, and it's going to be the end of the day. I'm not even going to have time to don't say that word, to mess with the sound. It's just going to be Osmo Pocket Nat sound, because I really got to get this going so I can get back to work. But I wasn't going to mess up day 135 in a row of recording a video, and I just thought it was a decent message to share with you. If you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, read the notification bell, blah, 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 blah. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video that I think you should watch, and I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver